everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of Robert Sarazin Blake from the Kitchen Table. I'm Robert Sarazin Blake. This is the Kitchen Table. Here we are on the 24th of May. That's Bob Dylan's birthday. So today we're doing all Bob Dylan songs, and we are here. It's 3 weeks now we've been in front of this beautiful rhododendron, and clearly it's in decay. But you know what? There's beauty in decay, so we're still here in front of the rhododendron with the decaying petals out in front of us. And I am a massive student of the one and only Robert Zimmerman, Bob Dylan, and I just want to share a couple of my favorite books with you here. We have Bob Dylan lyrics 62 to 85. I got this book in the mid-90s. It suffered through a flood, and it's kind of raunchy, and I just looked at this when I was 14, 15 years old, reading all these lyrics, and it really has been a good friend for many years. But of course, Bob Dylan didn't stop writing lyrics and songs in 1985. So over here on my left, you're right, we have Dylan lyrics 62 to 2001. At another point, I had a version, a pink-backed version. Does anybody out there have the pink version? I think that was maybe an earlier version, only to maybe like mid-70s, not sure, or maybe it was somewhere in between. We're going to try to go chronological, the songs we have. We've got a bunch of guests. We have Petunia coming in with a song. Meg Yates has a song for us. Ruthless Mike has a song for us. The Mammals have a song for us. Jefferson Hamer has a song for us. Hank Waddell, all the way from Cork, Ireland, has a song for us. But just hot off the press, this brother of ours, Jan Peters, he's just up the road here in Bellingham, Washington. He heard we were doing this, and he sent in a song. And since he sent in a song that is considered an early song because it's not on an actual record, it's before Dylan's first record, we're going to cut straight to that. Jan Peters with Baby, I'm in the Mood for You.
Sometimes I'm in the mood, I want to leave my lonesome home. And sometimes I'm in the mood, I want to hear my milk cow low. And sometimes I'm in the mood, I want to hit that highway road. And then again, hey, babe, I'm in the mood for you. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I'm on my back against the wall. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I want to lift my pony stall. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I want to do nothing at all. And again, hey, babe, I'm in the mood for you. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I want to change my house around. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I'm gonna make a change in the town. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I want to change the world around. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I wanna lay down and cry. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I wanna climb up to the sky. Sometimes I'm in the mood, I'm gonna laugh until I cry. Then again, babe, I'm in the mood for you. I'm in the mood for you.
Jan Peters there, he's in the band. If you look around, we started doing these videos here when the COVID times hit. We did a show, the three of us, David Penderlofgren, Jan Peters, and myself, in David's living room, and of course we had the St. Patrick's Day show. But since then we have not been able to play music with brother Jan because we are all keeping it separated. And I'm a little out of tune because it's summertime and we're just getting in the zone here. So that's early songs. That's even before Dylan's first record. And I hope somebody smarter than me is actually typing in when that recording was made. And you're thinking I could have tuned up while Jan was singing. Well, I was listening to him sing. I was getting in the zone there. Perfect way to kick this thing off. And we will be jumping around a little bit, but I'm going to try to keep it chronological. So let's go to another side of Bob Dylan, 1964, released in August of 1964. Beyond sundown's curtain and midnight's broken toll, jumped into the doorway, thunder went crashing. On majestic bells of bolts struck like shadows, and the sound seemed to be the chimes of freedom flashing. Flashing for the warriors, the strength is not to fight. Flashing for the refugees on their unarmed road of flight. For each and every underdog, soldier in the night, we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. In the city's melted furnace, unexpectedly we gazed. Faces of hidden eyes, the walls were tightening. And the ringing of the wedding bells before the blowing breeze dissolved into the bells of lightning. Tolling for the rebel, tolling for the rake, tolling for the luckless, the abandoned and forsaken. Tolling for the outcast burning, constantly at stake. Gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Through the mad mystic hammering, through the wild ripping hail, the sky cracked its poems in ancient wonder. And the clinging of the church bells flew far beyond the breeze, leaving only bells of lightning and its thunder. Striking for the gentle, striking for the kind, striking for the guardians, the protectors of the mind. Playing upon painter behind, beyond his rightful time, gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Through the wild cathedral evening, the rain of ravaged tales, the disrobe faceless forms of no position. Tolling for the tongues with no place to bring their thoughts, all down and taken for granted situations. Tolling for the deaf and blind, tolling for the mute, the mistreated mateless mother, the mistitled prostitute, for the misdemeanor outlaw chased and cheated by pursuit. Gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Even though a cloud's white curtain and the far-off corner flashed, the hypnotic splattered mist was slowly lifting. Electric bolts of light still struck like arrows for the ones condemned to drift or else be kept from drifting. Tolling for the searching ones of a speechless sea trail, for the lonesome hearted lovers with too personal a tale, and for each and every gentle soul is placed inside a jail. Gaze upon the chimes of freedom flashing. stack of hours before they hung suspended. And we listened one last time, and we watched with one last look, spellbound and swallowed as the toll had ended. Whole and full the aching ones whose wounds could not be nursed, the countless accused, confused, misused, strung out ones and worse. And for each and every hung up person in the whole wide universe, we gazed upon the chimes of freedom flashing. Does it sound to anyone out there like the neighbors are maybe vacuuming? Are we getting a heavy vacuum vibe going, David? Well, we're going to go right into 1965 March, bringing it all back home. That beautiful album cover there, bringing it all back home. Dylan's manager's wife sprawled out in the living room in the evening dress with a cigarette. And I'm going to do one from that record, but maybe let's cut right to Ruthless Mike first, and I can see if the neighbors can save their vacuuming for a little bit later. All right, we'll see in a minute. Ruthless Mike, who lives just down the road from where that famous photo was taken in 1965 of Dylan's manager's wife with a cigarette. Yeah, we're talking right outside of Woodstock, New York. Let's hear from Ruthless Mike. This video was captured in a 6-hour, that's right, 6-hour long live stream Ruthless Mike did a little while ago. Let's hear it, Mike.
My love, she speaks like silence, without ideals or violence. Does not have to say she's faithful, yet she's true like ice, like fire. People carry roses, make promises by the hour. My love speaks like the flowers. Valentines can't buy her. In dime stores and bus stations, people talk of situations, read books, repeat quotations, draw conclusions on the wall.
Lisa, I did play safety. Holy shit, I played it in like hour 3.
Some speak of the future. My love, she speaks softly. She knows there's no success like failure, and the failure's no success at all.
I don't have an E harmonica. I would have to do this. Yeah, this would be good if I can pull it off. Let's see. Let's see. The bridge at midnight trembles. The country doctor rambles. Banker's nieces seek perfection, expecting all the gifts that wise men bring. Let's see. These two verses I always fuck up. Yeah, that's the last verse. It's the cloak and dagger dangles. Madams light the candles, and ceremonies of the horsemen, even the pawn must hold a grudge. Statues made of matchsticks rumble into one another. My love winks, she does not bother. She knows too much to argue or to judge. Hey, Suzanne and Dan. The bridge at midnight trembles. The country doctor rambles. Bankers' nieces seek perfection, expecting all the gifts that wise men bring. The wind howls like a hammer. The night blows rainy. My love, she's like some raven at my window with a broken wing. Woo! Yeah.
Yes, that's Ruthless Mike there in Woodstock, New York. I'm telling you, he did a 6-hour show. It started with he and his wife, Ruthie. Mike and Ruthie did a couple hours. She went to bed. He went for 4 more hours. So that's catching him in about hour 5. And as I was telling you earlier, you can look at this here. That's the album cover there, Bringing It All Back Home in Woodstock, New York. That was the Grossman residence. And I like doing one from Bringing It All Back Home myself. Such a heavy album, man. You got, opens up with Subterranean Homesick Blues, and you got Gates of Eden, It's Alright, Ma, I'm Only Bleeding, and ends in It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. That's a heavy record. But Bob also likes to have a little fun. Outlaw Blues from Bringing It All Back Home. Ain't it hard to stumble, land in some funny lagoon? Ain't it hard to stumble, land in some funny lagoon? When it's 9 below zero and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Got my dark sunglasses, got for good luck my black suit. Got my dark sunglasses, I got for good luck my black suit. Don't ask me nothing about nothing, I just might tell you the truth. I got a woman in Jackson, I ain't gonna say her name. I got a woman in Jackson, I ain't gonna say her name. She's a brown-skinned woman, but she loves me just the same. Well, I wish I was on some Australian mountain range. Oh, I wish I was on some Australian mountain range. I figured it would be some kind of change. Oh, I ain't gonna hang no picture, ain't gonna hang no picture frame. Ain't gonna hang no picture, ain't gonna hang no picture frame. I might look like Robert Ford, but I feel just like Jesse James. Happy birthday, Bob Dylan. 79 years old today, and all these records, all this music he's made over the year, all these lives he's affected with his music. We say thank you, Bob, for keeping on, making all these wonderful songs. I got a lot more Bob for you today, but I put out the shout out to all my friends who'd been on the show and said, hey, would you do a Bob song for all the people out there? And Meg Yates, also from Bellingham, originally from Maine, lives here now. She said she would indeed, and she sent us a little bit of Mr. Tambourine Man, I think. Let's see. Mr. Tambourine Man, of course, also from Bringing It All Back Home. This is a Bringing It All Back Home triplicate. I don't know why I skipped over the others. I did. We're Bringing It All Back Home. It's 1965, March. Take it, Megan.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle, jangle morning, I'll come following you.
Meg Yates there. She said she used to street perform with her mother singing that song. So when I asked her to do a Dylan song for us here, she did that one there. To be alive and paying any amount of attention to music, you're aware of Bob Dylan. You're aware of him somehow. His songs have been around in so many different facets of culture. And everybody has their own relationship with it. My relationship with Bob Dylan starts, well, sort of starts in 1965. You see, Highway 61 Revisited was released in 65, August of 65. So maybe it's 1966 when my mother is skiing in the winter of 66 and she breaks her leg, and that means she cannot go to the Spring Fling dance. It probably wasn't called the Spring Fling because she went to an all-women Catholic high school, and she could not go to the dance that spring in 66, and she gave her friend $10 to buy raffle tickets at the dance. Everybody looked forward to this dance. She was bummed to not go. She gave $10 for a friend to buy the raffle tickets, and wouldn't you know, my mother won the raffle. And what did she win? She won a copy of Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited. She was not allowed to listen to rock and roll records in her parents' house, so she could only look at the cover of that wild man in that wild, shiny polka dot shirt. Fast forward now we're in the late 80s, early 90s, right there around 1990, I suppose. And my sister and I are home after school one day, and my sister's watching a movie called In with the In Crowd, and I come home from school, she's watching this movie, and I leave the living room, I go to my bedroom, I do my homework. I come back to the living room about an hour and a half later, and this movie's still finishing up, and it seemed to be kind of a neither here nor there movie, but kind of cute, about some teenagers in the 60s, boy girl neighbors, and you know, they have all the excitement and the devastation of being a teenager in the 1960s in this film. And at the end of it, the girl teenager from across the street becomes a hippie, and she walks in wearing sort of hippie clothing to the boy neighbors, and he's surprised. He can't figure out what's happened to this girl next door. She's become hippie, and she's carrying a copy of Bob Dylan, Highway 61 Revisited, and she puts it on the turntable. I caught that part of the movie, and I said, I think my mother has that record, and I put it on, and I was never the same again. Highway 61 Revisited is the record that changed my life. When you're lost in the rain in Juarez, and it's Easter time too, and your gravity fails and negativity won't pull you through. Don't you put on any airs when you're down on Ramore Avenue. They got some hungry women, and they'll really make a mess out of you. Now if you see St. Anne, please tell her thanks a lot. I cannot move, and my fingers are all in a knot. I don't have the strength to get up and take another shot. And my best friend, the doctor, won't even say what it is I've got. Sweet Melinda, the peasants call her the goddess of gloom. She speaks good English, and she invites you up into the room. And you're so kind, you're so kind, you're so kind, and careful not to go to her too soon. As she takes your voice and leaves you howling at the moon. All the authorities They just stand around and boast about how they blackmailed the sergeant of arms into leaving his post and picking up Angel, who just arrived here from the coast, who looked so good at first but left looking like a ghost. I started out on Burgundy, but I soon hit the harder stuff. Everybody said they'd stand beside me when the game got rough, but the joke was on me. There wasn't even anybody there to blow. I'm going back to New York City. I do believe that I've had enough. I'm going back to New York City. I do believe that I've had enough. And of course, Highway 61 dovetails right into Blonde on Blonde. You gotta love Blonde on Blonde. I think the neighbors got the vacuum back out. I thought I got to the bottom of it, but it actually wasn't Wendy's bathroom fan. There's something else going on out there, but hopefully it's not come through too strong. I don't know what's going over there in comment land. Anybody hearing any noise?
Doesn't seem like anyone's hearing any noise.
All right, I'm hearing the noise. Well, good. One time, Louis Ledford and I were on tour, and we were in Indianapolis, Indiana, and our host had a copy of Blonde on Blonde, and we had it on the turntable. And if you ever want to have a nice time, listen to Blonde on Blonde, and then change which seat you're sitting in and listen to those same songs again, because the album is in such a stereo pan mix, you kind of hear it differently where you're sitting in the room. And it just like the night to play tricks when you're trying to be so quiet. We sit here stranded, though we're all doing our best tonight. And Louise holds a handful of rage, tempting you to fight. Lights flicker from the opposite loft. In the room, the heat pipes just cough. The country music station plays soft, but there's nothing to turn on. Just Louise and her lover are so entwined. And these visions of Joanne have conquered my mind. The empty lot where the ladies play blind man's bluff with a keychain. Say the all-night girls, they whisper of escapades out on the D train. They can hear the night watchman shake his flashlight and ask himself, is it really me or them that's insane? And Louise, she's alright, she's just near. She's delicate, and she seems like the mirror. She makes it all too concise and too clear that Joanna's not here. All ghosts of electricity howls in the bones of a face. And these visions of Joanna have taken my place. Little boy lost takes himself so seriously. brags of his misery. He likes to live dangerously. And when bringing her name up, speaks of a farewell kiss to me. He sure got a lot of gall to be so useless and all, and muttering small talk at the wall while I'm in the hall. Oh, how can I explain? It's so hard to get on. And these visions of Joanna keep me up past dawn. Inside the museum, infinity goes up on trial, saying this is what salvation must be like after a while. And Mona Lisa must have had the highway blues. You can tell by the way she smiled. See the primitive wallflowers creep, and the jellyfish swimming all sneeze. The one with the mustache say, geez, I can't find my knees. Jewels and binoculars hang from the bones of the face. And these visions of Johanna have taken my place. Feather now speaks to the countess who's pretending to care for him, saying, name me someone who's not a parasite. I'll go out and say a prayer for him. But as Louise always said, he can't look at much man as she herself prepares for him. And Madonna, she still has not showed the cape where her cape once had flowed. The fiddler, he now steps to the road, says everything must be returned which was old, from the back of a fish truck that loads, while my conscience explodes. Oh, how can I explain? It's like skeleton, a harmonica plays, yes! Skeleton keys in the rain. And these visions of Joanna, Blonde on Blonde, 1966, Bob Dylan. Are you kidding me? Hello. Just an enjoyable listening experience. Blonde on Blonde. Thank you, Bob Dylan. And another cut from Blonde on Blonde. Let's go to the Mammals, who released a record just a few days ago. They released a record on Friday, same day as Bob Dylan released his new record. How about that? The Mammals do I'll Keep It With Mine.
Okay, Opal. We're ready.
You will search, babe.
Come on, give it to me. I'll keep it with I can't help it if you think that I'm odd. If I say I love you, not for what you are, but for what you're not. Everybody will help you discover what you set out to find. But if I can save you anytime, come on, give it to me. I'll keep it with at 10:30. But it'll be right back in that same old spot again. The conductor, he's still stuck on the line. But if I can save you anytime, come on, give it to me. I'll keep it with mine. Come on, give it to me. I'll keep it with mine.
All right, that is the Mammals there. Come on, give it to me. I'll keep it with mine. Keep it with mine. Off of Blonde on Blonde, and that's their family band there. That's their son Willie on bass and their daughter Opal there on the keys. If you weren't charmed by that, I don't think you can be charmed. But let's just face the facts here. It's nighttime in Ireland now, and Hank Waddell has sent us a track because it's 5 o'clock here in Bellingham. 8 o'clock in New York, but in Ireland we are in the middle of the night. So our buddy Hank Waddell is giving us one from John Wesley Harding. I'm guessing 1967. I wrote it down. Let's see how I'm doing. That's right. December 27th, 1967 was when John Wesley Harding was released. Blonde on Blonde happens. Dylan takes a break for a few years, and he comes back with this very sort of, dog-oriented. No, that's dogs in the background. This album with these little vignette stories. And this one's called As I Went Out One Morning. Hank Waddell.
As I went out one morning to breathe the air around Tom Paine. By Bob Dylan. As I went out one morning to breathe the air around Tom Paine, I spied the fairest damsel that ever did walk in chains. I offered her my hand. She took me by the arm. I knew that very instant she meant to do me harm. Depart from me this moment, I told her with my voice. Says she, but I don't wish to. Ah, but says I, you have no choice. I beg of you, she pleaded, from the corner of her mouth. I will secretly accept you, and together we'll fly south. Just then Tom Paine himself came from running across the field, shouting at this lovely girl and commanding her to yield. And as she was letting go her grip, up Tom Paine had run, up, up. I'm sorry, sir, he said to me. I'm sorry for what she's done. Common sense.
That's Hank Waddell with a track from John Wesley Harding. The next record Bob Dylan puts out in 1969, Nashville Skyline, and he did what very few artists have ever done. He sang in a voice that he never had sung in before and never sings in again. And you can't hardly believe the first time you hear Nashville Skyline that you're listening to Bob Dylan. Later on, he played this song when he was on the Rolling Thunder Review tour. But originally, it turns up on Nashville Skyline. David Pender Lofgren, our tech master, he's making everything possible, but he's also in the band. How about that? We would have no show with David, so put your hands together out there, wherever you are. Put my ticket in the wind, throw my suitcase out there too, throw my troubles out the door. I can't use them anymore, 'cause tonight I'll be staying here with you. Should have left this town by noon, but it was more than I could do. I was feeling a little bit shattered, and your love was all that mattered. So tonight, I'll be staying here with you. Yeah, tonight, I'll be staying here with you. Is it ever any wonder the love a stranger might receive? You came on to me like rolling thunder, and I don't want to leave. I can hear the lonesome whistle blow, I can hear the horse grinding too. If there's a poor boy on the street, won't you give him my seat? 'Cause tonight I'll be staying here with you. Get ready for tonight, I'll be staying here with you. For tonight, I'll be staying here with you. Nashville Skyline, if you've not spent some time with Nashville Skyline, you are in for a treat. Now a record overlooked a lot of my life and maybe some of yours, New Morning. This one goes up to my friends in Abbotsford. They sent this request in. If you have a request out there, we might get to it. You know, we can do anything. It just depends how well you want me to know it. New Morning. 1970, I'm guessing, and now I'm going to check. That's right. I think we're going to add this one to the wedding set list. We play weddings. I mean, you wouldn't guess that right off the gate. If you don't know, if you don't know it now, you know it. If you're getting married, you know, David and I can come play your wedding. I wonder if we can perform at someone's wedding via live stream. Bad idea. Bad idea. Let's just do it in 2023. Can't you hear the rooster crowing? Rabbit jumping down a country road. Underneath the bridge where the water rolls through. So happy just to see you smile on the sky all blue. On this new morning, this new morning, this new morning with you. Can't you hear the motor running? Automobile coming in style. Here coming down the road for a country mile or two. So happy just to see you smile underneath the sky all blue. On this new morning, this new with you. Tonight passed so quickly, like it always does when you're with me. Can't you feel the sun shining? Groundhog running by a country stream. This must be the day that all my dreams come true. So happy just to be alive under a sky all blue. On this new morning, on this new morning. Sing it, everybody. This new morning with you. Let's do the bridge again. The night passed away so quickly, like it always does when you're with me. On this new morning, on this new morning, this new morning with you. 1970, New Morning, and I believe we've got queued up our good buddy all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Jefferson Hamer is going to give us Going, Gone from the next record. After New Morning, the next record is Don't Tell Me It's Planet Waves. I love Planet Waves. It sounds like they had a couple of cocktails before they went in the studio to record Planet Waves, and I like that sort of loosey-goosey feel. Here's Jefferson Hamer with Going, Gone.
I just reached a place where the willow don't bend. Not much more to be said, it's the top of the end. I'm going, and I'm gone. Closing the book on the pages and the text, and I don't really care what happens next. I'm going, and I'm gone. Been hanging on threads, I've been playing it straight. I gotta cut loose before it gets late. I'm going, and I'm gone. A grandma said, boy, follow your heart, and you'll be fine at the end of the line. All that's gold and does not shine if you and your one true love should ever part. Been walking the road, getting close to the edge. Now I just gotta go before I get to the ledge. So I'm going, and I'm gone. And I'm gone.
Whoa! Jefferson Hamer. How about that? All the way from Brooklyn, New York. Beautiful tune. And if you're enjoying the show, please, all the people who've played today, it helps us in ways we don't really even understand. If you like our Facebook pages, that's right, you click like on our Facebook pages, helps us in ways we don't really understand. I realized I'm 9 or 10 likes away from 1,600 or away from 1,500. I'm almost to a big round number, so maybe by the end of the show I can get up to that number. If you go to the page there, it says how many people like me. Wow, maybe I can get up to a nice round number. Come to think of it, I don't think I've clicked like on Bob Dylan's Facebook page yet. He knows I like him. Well, here we are. It's the 70s. It said that Bob Dylan wrote this album and he was inspired after hearing Joni Mitchell's Blue. There's an earlier version that they call Blood on the Tapes that he recorded in Minnesota. And then he recorded the final version in New York. Of course, the record I'm talking about is Blood on the Tracks. I got 3 songs from Blood on the Tracks. I wasn't comprehensive when I made this list. I just thought of songs that I had learned kind of sort at one point, and other songs I'd enjoy playing again. This is sort of a song that doesn't quite fit on Blood on the Tracks. It's like it should really be on Desire. You know what I mean? I learned this song about 2001, 2002. We had a local Dylan night put together by Michael Costello. Love this song. The festival's over. Boys were all planning for a fall. They cleaned out the cabaret. Was quiet, except for some drilling in the wall. The curfew had been lifted and the gambling wheels shut down. Anyone with any sense had already left town. He was standing in the doorway, looking like the Jack of Hearts. He moved across the mirrored room, set it up for anyone, he said. And everyone commenced to do what they were already doing before they turned their heads. He walked up to a stranger and he asked him with a grin, "Could you kindly tell me, sir, when does the show begin?" Head down in the corner, like the Jack of Hearts. Backstage the girls were playing 5-card stud by the stairs. Lily had 2 queens, she was hoping for a third to match her pairs. Outside the street was filling up, the windows open wide. A gentle breeze was blowing, you could feel it from inside. Ah, Lily called another bet and drew the Jack of Hearts. Big Jim was no fool, he owned the town's only diamond mine. Made his usual entrance, looking so dandy and so fine. With his bodyguards and silver cane and every hair in place, he took whatever he wanted to and laid it all to waste. But his bodyguards and silver cane were no match for the Jack of Hearts. Rosemary combed her hair, took the carriage into town. She slipped in through the side door looking like a queen without her crown. She fluttered her false eyelashes and she whispered in his ear, "Sorry, darling, that I'm late," but he didn't seem to hear. He was staring into the corner over at the Jack of Hearts. I think I've seen that face before, Big Jim was thinking to himself. Maybe out in Mexico, a picture up on somebody's shelf. Then the crowd began to stomp their feet, the house lights they did dim. In the darkness of the theater there was only Jim and him, staring at the butterfly who just drew the Jack of Hearts. Lily was a princess, she was fair-skinned and precious as a child. Did whatever she had to do. She had a certain flash every time she smiled. She'd done many strange things and lots of odd affairs with men from all walks of life who had taken her everywhere. But she never met anyone quite like the Jack of Hearts. The hanging judge came in. I noticed he was being wined and dined. Drilling in the wall kept up and no one seemed to pay it any mind. It was known all around that Lily had Jim's ring. Nothing would ever come between Lily and her king. No, nothing except maybe the Jack of Hearts. Rosemary started drinking hard, seeing her reflection in the night. She was tired of the attention, tired of playing the role of Big Jim's wife. She'd done many bad things, even once tried suicide. She was looking to do one more good deed before she died. She was with Big Jim, but she was leaning towards the jack heart. Lily washed her makeup off, took the dress off and buried it away. As she looked out, she asked, I guess she would have known it would someday. Be careful not to touch the wall, there's a brand new coat of paint, man. Glad to see you alive, you're looking like a saint. Down the hall, footsteps coming for the jack hearts. The backstage manager was pacing around by his chair. There's something funny going on, I can just feel it in the air. Went to get the hanging judge, but the hanging judge was drunk. The leading actor hurried by in the costume of a monk. Ah, there was no actor anywhere except the jack of hearts. Lily's arms are wrapped around the man she dearly loved to touch. She'd completely forgotten about the man who hounded her so much. She said, I missed you. He felt it was sincere. Behind the doorway, he felt jealousy and fear. Just another night in the life of the jack of hearts. The circumstance, but they say that it happened pretty quick. The dressing room door burst open and a cold revolver clicked. Big Jim standing there, you couldn't say surprise. Rosemary right beside him, steady in her eyes. She was with Big Jim, but she was betting on the jack of hearts. 2 doors down, boys finally made it through the wall. They cleaned out the bank safe, it was set, they made out with quite a haul. In the darkness of the riverbed, they waited on the ground. One more partner who had business back in town. No, they never went anywhere without the jack of hearts. Next day was hanging day, the sky was overcast and black. Big Jim laid covered up, killed by a penknife in the back. Rosemary on the gallows, she didn't even blink. Hanging judge was sober, he hadn't even had one drink. The only person on the scene missing was the jack of hearts. Cabaret's quiet now, the sign says closed for repair. Lily had already taken all the dye out of her hair. She was thinking about her father, who she very rarely saw. She was thinking about Rosemary, she was thinking about the law. Most of all, she was thinking about the jack of hearts. She was thinking about her father, who she very rarely saw. She was thinking about Rosemary, she was thinking about the law. most of all, she was thinking about the Jack of Hearts. Woo! Lily Rosemary, the Jack of Hearts off of Blood on the Tracks. There's a lot of B albums out there, you know. B songs, Blow It in the Wind, Blonde on Blonde, Blood on the Tracks. Of course, David, I'm going to tackle this next one on my own. Oh, thanks for hanging with me on that. I love that song. It's, after about 5 minutes, all the main characters are introduced, and then the plot begins to really get going on that one. I love that song. Sometimes I'm playing gigs, and you know, not all gigs are a joy, and sometimes you just have to fill some time. And no one's listening, and you're there in the bar, and you're playing, and I find it very handy to play a 12-minute song at those points, just to sort of get in the zone myself. And if there's any Dylan fans in the room, they appreciate it. But you don't even have to be a Dylan fan to appreciate this next one here. They sat together in the dark as the evening sky grew dark. It was then he felt a spark tingle to his bones. And he wished he'd gone straight, a simple twist of fate. Walked along by the old canal, a little confused, I remember well. Stopped into a strange hotel with a neon burning bright. He felt the heat of the night, like a freight move, like a simple twist of fate. Saxophone somewhere far off played. She walks along by the old arcade. Sun bust through the beat up shade as he was waking up. She put a chord into a cup of a blind man at the gate. Forgot about a simple twist of fate. He got up, the room was bare. He couldn't see her anywhere. He told himself he didn't care. Open the window, open wide. Felt an emptiness inside to which he just could not relate. Brought on by a simple twist of fate. Walks along, here's the ticking of the clock. Walks along with a parrot that talks. Down by the waterfront docks where the sailors all come in. Maybe she'll pick him out again. How long must he wait for another simple twist of fate? People say it's a sin to know too much and feel within I still believe she was my friend, but I lost the ring. She was born in spring, and I was born too late. Blame it all on a simple twist of fate. Buckets of rain, buckets of tears, goddamn buckets coming out of my ears, buckets of moonbeams in my hand. I got all the love, honey, baby, you can stand. I've been made hard like an oak, seen pretty people disappear like smoke. Friends will arrive, friends will disappear. When you want me, honey, baby, I'll be here. I like your smile and your fingertips. I like the way you move your lips. I love the way you love me strong and slow. I'm taking you with me, honey, baby, when I go. Come on over, David. Oh, it's a little red wagon, a little red bike. I ain't no monkey, but I know what I like. I like the cool way you look at me. Everything about you is bringing me misery. Life is sad, life is a bust. All you can do is do what you must. Do what you must do, and you do it well. I do it for you, honey, baby, can't you tell? Buckets of Rain, that's 3 songs from Blood on the Tracks there. David Pender Lofgren joining in. And we're going to jump around a little bit, but stick with me now because we're at 75 here with Blood on the Tracks, June of 75. But 2 years before that, also part of the Rolling Thunder Review tour, Bob Dylan put out a live record called Hard Rain, which did not include the song A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall. But Petunia sent in the song A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, and I thought we should hear it. At this point in the show, put your hands together for the one and only Petunia coming at you. Hard Rain's Gonna Fall.
Oh, where have you been, my blue-eyed son? And where have you been, my darling young one? I've stumbled on the side of 12 misty mountains. I've walked and I've crawled on 6 crooked highways. I've stepped in the middle of 7 sad forests. I've been out in front of a dozen dead oceans. I've been 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard. It's a hard rain gonna fall. Oh, what did you see, my blue-eyed son? And what did you see, my darling young one? Saw a newborn baby with wolves all around it. Saw a highway of diamonds with nobody on saw a black branch with blood that kept dripping. Saw a room full of men with their hammers a-bleeding. I saw a white lantern all covered with water. I saw 10,000 talkers whose tongues were all broken. I saw guns and sharp swords in the hands of young children. It's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain gonna fall. Oh, did you hear my blue-eyed son? And what did you hear, my darling young one? Heard the sound of thunder and it roared out a warning. Heard the roar of a wave that could drown the whole world. Heard one person starve and many people laughing. Heard the sound of a poet who died in the gutter. Heard the sound of a clown who cried in the alley. It's hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain gonna fall. Oh, who did you meet, my blue-eyed son? And who did you meet, my darling young one? I met a young child beside a dead pony. I met a white man who walked with a black dog. I met a young woman whose body was burning. I met a young girl and she gave me a rainbow. I met one man who was wounded with love. I met another man who was wounded with hatred. It's a hard, it's hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain gonna fall. What'll you do now, my blue-eyed son? And what'll you do now, my darling young one? I'm going out back before the rain starts falling. I'll walk to the depths of the deepest black forest, where the people are many and their hands are all empty. The pellets of poison are flooding their waters, where the home in the valley meets the damp, dirty prison, where the executioner's face is always well hidden, where hunger is ugly, where souls are forgotten, where black is the color, where none is the number. And I'll tell it and think it and speak it and breathe it, and reflect it from the mountain so all souls can hear it. Then I'll stand on the ocean until I start sinking, and I'll know my song well before I start singing. And it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard rain gonna fall.
That's Petunia there. There's a great Dylan interview. Studs Terkel is interviewing Dylan, and it's quite early on. It's like 63, I think. And he plays that song, and Studs Terkel says something about, oh, I really love your song about acid rain. And Bob says, no, it's not acid rain. It's a hard rain. Bob Dylan is funny in only a way that Bob Dylan can be funny. Well, we were Blood on the Tracks, but time is moving on. It's 1979. Check my notes here. That's right. One of my favorite records, Street Legal. He had a big band, 79. No, 78. There we go, 78. He's just going into the Christian period, which is a great period. I'm not doing any of the numbers from Saved or Slow Train, but great records. But just before that, he's getting into that. He does Street Legal, so many good songs. I love it. And he has this big band, big rockin' band going on. He does this tune here, Senor. Senor, Senor, can you tell me where we're headed? Lincoln County Road or Armageddon? Seems like I've been down this way before. Is there any truth in that, Senor? Senor, Senor, you know where she is hiding, or how long we'll be riding? Will there be any comfort there, Senor? Oh, Senor. There's a wicked wind blowing on the upper deck. There's an iron cross hanging down around her neck. There's a marching band playing in a vacant lot, where she held me in her arms and said, forget me not. Senor, Senor, I can see the painted wagon, I can smell the tail of the dragon. I can't stand the suspense anymore. Can you tell me who to contact there, Senor? Well, the last thing I remembered before I stripped and kneeled was a train load full of fools bogged down in a magnetic field. A gypsy with a broken flag and a flashing ring said, son, this ain't a dream this time, it's the real thing. Senor, Senor, the hearts are as hard as leather. Give me a minute, let me get it together. Gotta get myself up off the floor. I'm ready when you are, Senor. Senor, Senor, let's disconnect these cables, overturn this table. This place don't make sense to me no more. Senor. And now we're going to jump ahead 4 years to the other side of the Christian records, which once again, I love the Christian records. They're great. Saved is an amazing record. But this is right on the cusp there. Send this one out to Sister Mary Bridget Burchard, somewhere in Colorado right now. We share a love for this record called Shot of Love from Bob Dylan. David, jump on over here if you're in the zone. This is a happy hour classic. When a normal summertime comes along, every Thursday I'm down at Boundary Bay Brewery playing. This is a happy hour classic. I was in your presence for an hour or so. Was it a day? I don't really know. where the sun never sets, where the wind nice blows by the rolling sea. You forgive me for what I did, for what I didn't do, for keeping it hid, to lose my mind when I tried to get rid of everything I see in the summertime. Oh, in the summertime, when you were with me. I got the heart and you got the blood. We can cut through fire, we can cut through mud. Then came the war before the flood, set everyone free. Strangers they made a mock of sin, our loyalty they tried to win. But you were closer to me than my next of kin, who didn't want to hear or see. The summertime, oh, in the summertime, strangers meddled in our affairs. Poverty and shame were theirs. All that suffering was not to be compared with the glory that is to be. I'm still carrying the gift you gave. It's a part of me to be cherished and saved. It will be with me into the grave and then into eternity. In the summertime, oh, in the summertime, when you were with me. In the summertime, oh, in the summertime, oh, in the summertime, when you were with me. I need a shot of love. Do yourself a favor and listen to a little shot of love from time to time. It's going to make you feel better. And also do yourself a favor and don't go away, because Louis Ledford is coming at you right now with a deep cut, the deepest of all cuts, a cut from the record called Empire Burlesque. That he is the only person I know who has an LP copy of that album. I know many people out there have one, but the only person I know. And it's a record that is mostly overlooked, ignored, and unappreciated. And Louis appreciates it, and he's here to share with you. I'm a clean-cut kid, and I've been to college, too.
Well, thank you, Robert. And happy birthday, Bob Dylan. Thank you for all you've done for me over the years. This song is called Clean Cut Kid. It's off of an album called Empire Burlesque, which was not one of Bob Dylan's more revered releases, but it came out when I was 19 years old, and I played it quite a bit when it came out, I remember. The song was recorded as a sort of a 12-bar blues guitar boogie-woogie thing, and as I was learning it, I was hearing kind of a Moose Allison vibe, so I thought I'd learn it on the piano. Let's see how I did. They asked me why he couldn't adjust to what a dream that bust. He was a clean-cut kid, and they made a killer out of him. That's what they did. They told him down was up and what is not is. They put ideas in his head that he thought were his. He was a clean-cut kid, and they made a killer out of him. That's what they did. He's on the baseball team, he was in the marching band. 12 years old, he had a watermelon stand. He was a clean-cut kid, and they made a killer out of him. That's what they did. He went to church on Sunday, he was an Eagle Scout. For a friend, he turned his pockets inside out. He was a clean-cut kid, and they made a killer out of him. That's what they did. And they said, listen, son, you're just a rat race without any brakes. He was a clean-cut killer, and they married to a killer, yeah, that's what they did. Well, the American dream was deeply in debt. Everybody wanted to play Russian roulette. Coca-Cola and Wonder Bread and Burger King, he was very well fed. He went to Hollywood to see Peter O'Toole. They drove a stolen Rolls Royce into a swimming pool. He was a clean-cut killer, and they made a killer out of him. Sold insurance on a restaurant or bar, been an accountant or a tennis star. He put on boxing gloves and took a dive one day off the Golden Gate Bridge into China Bay. His mama walks the floor, his daddy weeps and moans. They're living in a house that they used to call home. He was a clean-cut kid, and they made him to a killer, yeah, that's what they did. Don't ask me why he couldn't adjust. All he wanted was somebody to trust. They took his head and turned it inside out till he was never really sure what it was all about. A steady job, a seat in the choir, but he had to walk a very high wire. He was a clean-cut kid, and they made a killer out of him. That's what they did. Yeah, they made a killer out of him. Bob Dylan, happy birthday. Speaking of birthdays, on June 3rd, I'm going to be hosting my own birthday party at Facebook Live. You just go to Lewis Ledford Music, facebook.com, and it's 2 shows. One is going to be at 12 noon Pacific, and then the next one will be at 7 p.m. celebrating my birthday. Anyways, peace to everybody, and take care of yourselves in these trying times. And happy birthday, Mr. Dylan.
Happy birthday, Lewis Ledford. Lewis Led from Richmond, Virginia, but now lives here in the most northwest corner, the most northwest city, most northwest state in the lower 48. That's right, Bellingham, Washington, right here with me. It used to be you had to be here in Bellingham to catch a show in the summertime, but no, now we're going nationwide, we're going worldwide with a live stream concert. Every Sunday we're thinking about June, we're thinking about going on Thursdays instead. We don't know, just throwing that out into the possibilities. Don't forget to put a few bucks in the old tip jar there. It keeps us going from week to week. Monday morning I do my grocery shopping. Looking forward to it. I kind of forgot about grocery shopping last week. I've been struggling by. I've been digging deep in the cupboards. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, I don't have it. Yeah, I have something, you know. You got some old crackers gone, some canned fish. You know, you making do. You canned green beans. Yeah, you know, you can make do without another trip to the store. But I want to go to the store this week. The first Bob Dylan record that I heard that was new was Oh Mercy. I was in 9th grade. I'd already been pretty deeply into Dylan for a while. I got Oh Mercy, it came out. And we all felt like, wow, this is a good one. I remember being in gym class in 9th grade at Kirkland Junior High. And I was trying to chat with this girl. And I said, we talked about music. I asked her what kind of music she liked. She said she liked Bob Dylan. I thought, wow, cool. And I said, well, what's your favorite song? She said, I like The Man in the Long Black Coat. I said, wow. Off of Oh Mercy. 1989, I believe. Let me check my notes. Yep, September. Broken lines, broken strings, broken threads, broken springs, broken idols, broken heads, people sleeping in broken beds. Ain't no use jiving, ain't no use joking, everything's broken. Broken bottles, broken plates, broken switches, broken gates, broken dishes, broken parts, streets filled with broken hearts. Broken words never meant to be spoken, everything's broken. Seems like every time you turn around, something else just hit the ground. Broken switches, broken cutters, broken saws, broken buckles, broken laws, broken bodies, broken bones, broken voices on broken phones. Take a deep breath, feels like you're choking, everything's broken. Broken hands on broken plows, broken treaties, broken vows, broken pipes, broken hearts. Broken pipes, broken tools, people bending broken rules. Bullfrog croaking, hound dog howling, bullfrog croaking. Everything's broken. I'm gonna do that one again because it's so good. It's even better when you do it right. Broken hands on broken plows, broken treaties, broken vows, broken pipes, broken tools, people bending broken rules. Hound dog howling, bullfrog croaking. Everything's broken. 1989, Oh Mercy, produced by Daniel Lanois, recorded in New Orleans. And then there's Time Out of Mind. Came out 97, that's right. I'd moved to Bellingham at that point in my life. I was in college, my brief college career. When I fill out a form, I get to mark some college. Some college. What college? Some college. Love this song. Love this album. Time Out of Mind. Walking through the summer nights, the jukebox playing low. Yesterday, everything was moving too fast. Helicopter. Can you hear the helicopter? I can hear the helicopter. Yesterday, everything was moving too fast. Today, everything is moving too slow. I got nowhere left to turn. I got nothing left to burn. I don't know if I saw you, I would kiss you or kill you. Probably doesn't matter anyhow. You left me standing in the doorway crying. Got nothing to go back to now. The light in this place is so bad. It hurts my eyes, it's making me sick in the head. All this laughter is making me sad. Stars have turned cherry red. I'm playing my gay guitar, smoking a cheap cigar. The ghost of our old love has not gone away. Doesn't look like it will anytime soon. You let me standing in the doorway crying under the midnight moon. Maybe they will get me, maybe they won't. Not tonight and not here. There are things I could say, but I don't. I know the mercy of God is near. I'm riding that midnight train. I've got ice water in my veins. I would be crazy to take you back. We'll go against every rule. You let me stand by the doorway crying, suffering like a fool. Last light, daylight goes down. Brother, you won't see me no more. I can hear the church bells ringing in the yard. Wonder who they're ringing for. I know I just can't win. My heart won't give in. Last night I danced with a stranger. Just reminded me you were the one. You let me stand in the doorway crying in the dark land of the sun. I'll eat when I'm hungry, I'll drink when I'm dry, live my life on the square. And even if the flesh falls off of my face, I know someone will be there. It always means so much, even the gentlest touch. I see nothing made of any explanations. There are no words that need to be said. You let me stand in the doorway crying, blues all around my head. Time out of mind. Coming to the end of the show, but we have one more guest for you. Our good friend John Elliott down in San Francisco. He's got two numbers for you, and They're both the next album, Love and Theft. Love that record. He's got one from Love and Theft, and then he's also got an unreleased song from Bob Dylan's early career. So he's going to take you way back to the early Bob and then bring you right up to September 11, 2001, when Bob Dylan released Love and Theft, an album I loved so much. When I got home and listening to that record, I was calling people up saying, Bob is back. This album is amazing. We thought he was dying in Time Out of Mind, but Bob is back in Love and Theft. I loved that record when it came out so very much, and I requested John Elliott to do a song off of that, and so we got two coming at you from the one and only John Elliott.
Hello. I love this idea of the Dylan, playing the Dylan songs. I'm going to do two. I'm going to do a really old one here first, and then I'm going to do a more recent one on the piano. So Dylan grew up in Minnesota, and I feel I also grew up in Minnesota, and something about this song is so haunting to me. It's like, I'm really feeling Bob on this one. I'm feeling what he's talking about. I was young when I left home, and I've been rambling around, and I never wrote a letter to my home, to my home. Lord, 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 I never wrote a letter to my home. It was just the other day, I was bringing on my pay when I seen an old friend I used to know. He said, your mother's dead and gone, your baby sister's all gone wrong, and your daddy needs you home right away. With just a shirt on my back, without a penny on my name, I can't go home this way, this way. Lord, 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 I can't go home this way. I'm playing on a track, Mom will come and whoop me back. Those trestles down by old Jim McCabe's, and when I pay the debt I owe to the commissary store, I'm gonna pawn my watch and chain and go home, go home. Lord, 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 I'm gonna pawn my watch and chain and go home. And if you miss the train I'm on, count the days I'm gone, you will hear that whistle blow 100 miles, 100 miles. That whistle blow 100 miles. I used to tell them all sometimes when I'd seen them running blind, gonna make me my home out in the wind, out in the wind. Lord, 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 wanna make me my home out. I don't like it in the wind. I wanna go back home again. I can't go home this way, this way. Lord, 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 I can't go home this way. I was young when I left home, and I've been rambling round, and I never wrote a letter to my home, to my home. Lord, 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 I never wrote a letter to my home. Okay, I'm gonna magically transport myself in time travel over to playing the piano, and I'm gonna put on a different shirt for a different vibe. Ah, right, here I am at the piano, cool. Great, well, this song is on the Love and Theft album, which came out on September 11th, 2001. Every step of the way, we walk the line. Your days are numbered, so are mine. Time's piling up, we struggle and we scrape. We're all boxed in, nowhere to escape. The city's just a jungle, more games to play. I'm trapped in the heart of it, trying to get away. I was raised in the country, I've been working in the town. I've been in trouble ever since I set my suitcase down. I got nothing for ya, I had nothing before. I don't even have anything for myself anymore. Sky full of fire, pain pouring down. Nothing you can sell me, well, I'll see you around. My powers of expression, my thoughts so sublime, could never do you justice in reason or rhyme. Only one thing I did wrong, I stayed in Mississippi a day too long. While the devil's in the alley, mules in the stall, say anything you wanna, I have heard it all. I was thinking about the things that Rosie said. I was dreaming I was sleeping in Rosie's bed, walking through the leaves, falling from the trees, feeling like a stranger nobody sees. So many things that we never will undo. I know you're sorry, I'm sorry too. Some people will offer you their hand and some won't. Last night I knew you, tonight I don't. I need something strong to distract my mind. I'm gonna look at you till my eyes go blind. Well, I got here following the southern star. crossed that river just to be where you are. Only one thing I did wrong. I stayed in Mississippi a day too long. Well, my ship's been split to splinters, and it's sinking fast. I'm drowning in the poison. I got no future, got no past. But my heart is not weary. It's light and it's free. I got nothing but affection for all those who sailed with me. Everybody moving, if they ain't already there. Everybody gotta move somewhere. Stick with me, baby. Stick with me anyhow. Things should start to get interesting right about now. My clothes are wet, tight on my skin, not as tight as the corner that I painted myself in. I know that fortune is waiting to be kind, so give me your hand and say you'll be mine. Oh, the emptiness is endless, cold as the clay. You can always come back, but you can't come back all the way. Only one thing I did wrong. I stayed in Mississippi a day too long. And now I disappear.
Thank you, John Elliott. What a cut. Well, it's become so quickly, it's come to the end of Bob Dylan's birthday party. Thanks for celebrating Bob Dylan's 79th birthday with me here, Robert Sarazin Blake from the kitchen table, out in the backyard. David Penderlofton on the controls. All of our special guests. Oh, I think I just felt the first raindrop. I've layered up. The temperature is dropping a little bit. Last one. This song got released on a bootleg in 2008. It was a outtake from the Love and Theft record. Didn't make it on the record. So we're going to leave you with a deep cut that I love very much. Thanks to all the guests for sending in their videos. Loved them all. Love all this Bob Dylan songs. Can't wait to get a copy of the new record once the record stores open. Some people turn off their lights and live in the moonlight, flashing by. Some people scare themselves to death in the dark, to be where the angels fly. Pretty maids all lined up in a row outside my cabin door. Never wanted any of them wanted me, except the girl from the Red River shore. Well, I sat by her side and I tried for a while to make that woman my wife. She gave me her best advice and said, go home and lead a quiet life. I've been to the east and I've been to the west. I've been out where the black winds roar. Somehow I never did get very far from the girl from the Red River River shore. Well, I knew when I first laid eyes on her, I could never be free. One look and I knew right away she would always be with me. Well, the dream dried up long time ago. I don't know where it is anymore. True to life, true to me, the girl from the Red River shore. Cloak of misery I've tasted, jilted love, the frozen smile on my face, it fits me like a glove. And I can't escape the memory of the one that I'll always adore. Nights I laid in the arms of the girl from the Red River shore. Yeah, I'm a stranger in a strange land. Oh, we're living in the shadows of a fading past, within the fires of time. I've tried not to ever hurt anyone. I've stayed out of the life of crime. When it all is said and done, I never really did know the score. Each day is just another day away from the girl from the Red River shore. Yeah, I'm a stranger in a strange land, yet I know this is where I belong. I'll ramble and I'll gamble, the hills will give me a song. But nothing looks familiar to me. I know I've been here before. 1,000 nights ago, the girl from the Red River shore. Went back to see about it, went back to figure it out. Everyone I'd known who had seen us there had no idea what I was talking about. The sun went down on me a long time ago. I had to fall back from the door. Wish I could spend every hour of my life with a girl from the Red River shore. man who lived a long time ago, man of sorrow and strife. Whenever anybody died and was dead, he could bring them back to life. I don't know what kind of language they used, or if they do that kind of thing anymore. Sometimes I think the only one who saw me here at all was the girl from the Red River shore. Happy birthday, Bob Dylan.